it is time to make the sound to summon the game. Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Coil Quickcard, and welcome back to Terraria. Again, yes, the achievements are broken. No, I don't know how to fix that. They'll just keep popping up. Everything is going pretty well. And as the audio seems very low. Hold on. Okay, that seems a bit better. Just gotta remember all of my buttons here. Okay, we have found an unconscious man. Hello? You sell... some stuff, I guess. Okay. Cool. Anyway, yeah, welcome back to Terraria. So this is, my first experience with Terraria. I mean, this whole series, it's been, you know, like more like 2 months of playing this. This is the second world I have done. My first world having been swiftly abandoned after reaching hard mode, because hard mode is just crap. Today we are going to be focusing on fighting Skeletron, exploring the dungeon, and procuring faster and safer ways to reach hell. And yeah, I'm expecting a nice, relaxing time. Okay. So I think the real issue... There we go. It's just that the music is super low, but the sound was not. But the music was super low, the sound needed to be a bit higher. There we go. So far, I have explored a rather significant portion of the world. I do have access to the dungeon entrance over here. I have found a couple sky islands. I have made one hell of a platform down. So, yeah. Let's play some freaking Terraria. Let's have a great time. Do I have a pylon over in the snow? I do. Okay. I would very much prefer to not have to cross the, to not have to cross the corruption again. Alright. I might as well do a bit of digging and mining. while I wait for nightfall. Can't fight Skeletron until nightfall comes around, so... There we go. Ah, this pick is so much better. And soon I'll be able to breathe again. There we go. Cool. I don't really have any particular plan for where I'm going or what I'm doing at this point. Really just killing time until night. But who knows? Maybe I'll find something interesting. I will also clarify my rules for the stream at this point. Are you late? No, you're really not. Nothing interesting has happened. So here are the rules for this series. Backseating and spoilers are not only allowed, but encouraged. If you know anything about this game, feel free to share it. If you don't know anything about this game, but through watching it you find yourself thinking, hey, I think I figured out how this works, feel free to share it. There's no judgment for spoilers and backseating here. I always wanted to do a series where I not only allowed but encouraged backseating and spoilers, and Terraria has just been the absolute perfect place for that. Hello, Amadeus! Welcome to the stream. Cool. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, do you all see what I see? Because I see a house. Now we just need to be able to catch our breath. Did you defeat the Torch God? No, I have not fought the Torch God. Okay. What's important is killing Skeletron and Wall of Flesh and gearing up. Yes, I agree. Damn you, vile creatures. Alright, we are probably getting closer to nightfall. So let's start working our way back up to the surface. What's important is learning random facts about the game. That is also good. Whoop. There we go. Yes, as I anticipated, we are close to nightfall. Fun fact, owls and ducks can make a human sound rarely. I think it might be more accurate to say that humans have an absurdly wide range of vocalization capabilities. All right. We've got some decent platforms here that will serve as a good basic fighting area. And here is the entrance to the dungeon. Let's do it. Very good. Ah. Okay, maybe not as good of a fighting area as I thought. There we go. Fire away! Okay. Alright, we got this completely under control. Apparently, I'm missing out on an entire minor disagreement in chat right now. I'll get around to reading it once we're done here. There we go. That was easy. Okay. Tiny puddles, 3 dirtiest dirt blocks in a small world. Any dirt can be... Yeah, I've found tiny puddles before. Honestly, the more people share a piece of information, the more likely I am to see it. I have actually found 2 sky islands on this world by looking for small puddles. It is important. And this time I know to pay close attention to the walls to try and find other areas. Enter the dungeon, get the pistol, and get Hellstone to make it the Phoenix Blaster. Okay. Aha! There we go. Dungeon. Everything is going pretty well so far. We've still got plenty of inventory space. And get Cobalt Shield and get 10 Obsidian to make it the Obsidian Shield. Fun fact, vultures are one of the few monsters that are universally hated by every player. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that. They suck. Okay. I hate the spikes so much. There's the Cobalt Shield. If you see any breakable walls in here, just go ahead and scream at me. Get the spell book in the dungeon. Yes. Mana potion. Eyeball statue. Okay, we're doing good. Okay. Die, 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 die. There we go. Just get rid of some nice spikes there. Excuse me, sir. Oh, crap. Okay. So, that's a problem. But not a big problem. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Good. Dungeon is being a bit of a problem. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Back off, back up. Back up. Okay. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. Sorry, I can't really focus on reading right now. I am currently fighting for my life. Best biome chest to open is the corrupt and desert one. Not the Crimson, the corrupted. Crimson chests has a bad weapon, to be honest. Any plan what gears you should make? I have no idea what gears are. So... Oh! You didn't mean like clockwork gears. You meant like actual just equipment. So ostensibly I'm planning Ranger. But honestly, it really just kind of depends on what I end up finding more than anything else. Craft the necrogear, you need cobwebs and bones. Make back, be sure to read my fact about Queen Bee. No. It is already off my screen, and I do not have time to stop here to go looking for it. Okay. Alright. Come on. Alright, let's go back for a minute. Just to keep looking around. Okay, that is a golden key. That's good to find. There we go. Oh my god, these little bastards are such a pain. Go away, go away, go away, go away. Go away. Oh no. Okay. Damn it. Alright, clear out the spikes. Okay. Pretty hurt right now. Damn it. Crap! Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Alright, just a few more seconds. Crap. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. And heal. Damn it. Oh my god. It's down here for like... Oh my... A spike. Really? Really? Oh my god. An entire trap spawned. Okay. That's fine. I swear that the contextual builder, when it comes to platforms, it just sucks. It sucks at making nice flat platforms. Come on. There we go. Alright. Let's go. Damn it. Freaking hell. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. I would like to offer one small correction. I did not stop doing Summoner because Summoner was hard. I stopped doing Summoner because the entire game after entering hard mode is a difficulty spike of such staggering proportion that it made my entire first playthrough of this game completely and utterly unfun to continue. And I lost all interest in trying to do anything with it. God damn it. Just put the goddamn platform there. My God. Okay. Alright. Let's continue. Alright. I have now thoroughly explored this portion of the dungeon. It wasn't even, yeah, it wasn't even a matter of just low defenses. Like, genuinely, they're just... There wasn't enough damage output, either. Like, there was nothing... There was absolutely nothing I had access to prior to hard mode that prepared me for the kind of challenge I would have after I reached hard mode. It was utterly insufficient. Sure. What are you? Pet. It was terrible. And on top of that, like, I didn't have what I needed. I had to expend a significant amount of time and effort getting the things that I would have needed. And that whole time, biomes were spreading. And I would have had the Hallow spreading right to my underground jungle as well, which apparently was a problem. Okay. Blocks. Let's clear out my inventory. As far as weapons go, Ice Blade, grenades. Materials, quick stack. Displays how many monsters have been killed. Spikes are not marked as a material, so we're put it into blocks. The various miscellaneous things, eyeball statues. A bone welder is a tool. Honestly, the brass shelf and the green vase, don't need those. A piano, sure. Welders, golden key is fine. Armor and accessories. The shield can go in there. Consumables. Got mana potions, shine potions, mining potions, danger sense potions, recall potions. I got a lot of bones. I guess those can go into the weapon pile. Tools can have the bone welder. That can go there. Alright. As a summoner main, yeah, summoner is quite unorthodox compared to other classes since you mostly fiddle with evasions. Hasn't beaten evil bosses, he beat them. Wallflesh is the only one left, I think. I believe so. I think he hasn't beaten Queen Bee yet. I haven't found the hive. Should swap with Shadow Armor, better defense. Queen Bee is optional again, unless for summoners, although Bee's Knees can shred Wall of Flesh fairly well. When I trained Ranger class, I didn't get the Biome Armor. I focused on damage. So, as far as what I have right now, have I gotten obsidian? Have I gotten any obsidian whatsoever? No. So, I was told to do something with the cobalt shield. Bro, your base looks like a D-I-H? Oh, dick. Okay. So I try to completely avoid giving any kind of unsolicited medical advice. That's not my place. But I will say, if your penis looks like this, you should probably consult with a physician. Just to make sure that your genital health is on point. Just because haha penis funny doesn't mean that it's not, you know, an important part of your anatomy, and it doesn't mean that you need to or ever should ignore any signs of potential health issues. Well, don't worry about wasted material. You can decraft it with the shimmer. Have you found one? No. Neither in this world nor the last world have I ever managed to find the shimmer. We did find an elder slime. And I think we're ready to go back into the dungeon and continue our exploration over here. We dropped off all of our supplies. So we are set to continue. What class? I am probably doing the Ranger class. It's basically just gonna depend on, you know, whatever kind of stuff I end up finding in this dungeon. But so far, the big plan has been to go for Ranger class, so unless we find something that's just, like, really crazy good, we'll just stick with that. What is the name of the guide NPC? Damn it. I don't know the name of the guide I started with, because that guide died. You would have to look back at older streams to find it. I don't know if giving you the name of my current guide, who I believe is my third, would be able to be of any help to you. If it would be, though, I'll be happy to check. Seed, at least, I don't know off the top of my head. Is there a way to access that information from here without having to back out? Go fight Queen Bee for Beanadies and use on Skeletron and Wall of Flesh. Skeletron's already dead. And I don't know where a beehive is. I have not come across any so far. So I can't quite act on that direction at this time. But yes, the current thing we are doing is exploring the jungle. Underground jungle. Okay. Well, it is true that I haven't done any underground jungle stuff. You can find golden keys from pots. Yes, I actually have a golden key on me right now. What I found especially interesting is that I have a chest here, which I apparently cannot open with a golden key. Whoop. Hello, hello. There. Oh, okay, we found the mechanic. Perfect. Okay. Hello, mechanic. You need a biome key for that chest. I don't know what a biome key is. I suppose I will find out. This all looks breakable. Biome keys are optional hard mode stuff. Got it. So, nothing that has any current relevance to me then. No, 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 no. Alright. Die. Ow. Ow again. Oh. Okay. There is the goblin. Excellent. Alright, you should house him. I have several empty houses already, so... now that I think about it, though... They don't move in automatically, do they? I actually have to manually house them, I think. Okay. Let's keep on going. All right, we got spikes. Damn you. Okay. God damn it. Okay. Alright, we got another enemy swarm. Gotta deal with that problem first. Screw it, we're going gun. Oh no. God damn it. They do move in automatically. Can I see your armor, by the way? Sure. Rocket boots, buy it. Just wearing some basic silver right now. Nothing really impressive. But as far as housing goes, my 3 houses there are all taken. My 3 houses there are all taken. My houses there are all taken. Okay. Did you know you could get armor from the dungeon? I am doing my best. I can only get what the dungeon decides to give me. You hold the mace, you can block projectiles. Alright. Let's grab our wood. Okay. First, we need more walls. Cool. Then we need some doors. And rich mahogany. All right. We need to build some more houses. I will get some houses built outside the dungeon. Because we really do need to get some more NPCs housed. Have you gone to hell yet? No. I do love my spinny ball. Okay. So I think that this is an excellent place to build a house. There. Oh, just die already. There we go. Build a door. And some lovely houses. There. And one more. I think that might be too small. No, the only thing it's indicating is missing walls. Okay. Has the arms dealer moved in yet? Yes, they have. You can throw the mace, you know. Yeah, I know. Okay. That looks pretty good. Some workbenches. And I think... Yep, light source and chairs. There we go. Would you please get out of my way? I am trying to build a house. A lovely place for my friendly friends to live. Is it big enough? Yes, it is. Okay, good. And then we just put a little light source there. There we go. Will you buzz off? There. Perfect. Door, table. More walls. Okay. Light source. Workbench. Chair. There we go. Little wood platform right there. There. 4 new houses. Is Skeletron dead yet? Yes. Killed him this morning. Right at the start of the stream. Alright. There. So now that we have housing... let's move in the Elder Slime. The Goblin Tinkerer has already claimed a spot. Okay. That should be good, I think. You haven't maxed out your HP. Not yet. My spelunking has honestly been, like, surprisingly underwhelming in terms of finding health upgrades. Isn't 3 max NPC for each town? Who knows? Probably. I think I remember hearing something to that effect, but it is what it is for now. Why 4 houses then? So I can just put someone somewhere and have them there. I don't need to worry about efficiency at this point. Okay. Oh my god, you are so annoying. Just Die already, you bastard. Okay. There we go. Seriously? God damn it. God damn it. I hate these damn spikes. So annoying. Okay. You know what? There. We're just gonna hang out here for a minute. If the casters spawn, they'll still manage to hurt me. God damn it. There. Okay. Let's go. There. Is your ranged weapon only a musket? Yes. Since I have not found something better than that, that is my current ammo-using weapon. There will be one in the chests. Yeah. Maybe. Come on. Okay. God. Would you please just stop that for a minute? Okay. There we go. Go away. Go away. Inventory is looking okay. I've only found a single golden key chest down here so far. And 2 chests that I guess are sealed with something called biome keys, which I don't know what that is. No, okay. This is what I mean about the contextual building thing being useless sometimes. Like, no. Surprise, surprise game, I am not, in fact, trying to interact with a pickaxe with the block that my pickaxe cannot break. I am, in fact, attempting to interact with the dangerous block that hurts me every time I touch it, which I can break. It needs to be smarter. It really needs to be smarter. Come on. Come on. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. What? Okay. I got attacked by a whatever the hell that was. Oh my god, I just want to break the damn spikes! Leave me alone! Even your lives will probably be improved by the lessening of the spikes. Oh my god. Go away! Ugh. My god, that is so annoying. Alright, well... We got Tally Counter, Dark Trap, Necro Helmet, increased range damage. Nice! I'm gonna go to sleep. Time zone's weird. Fair enough. Rest well. Alright, we're gonna put in the mahogany, the wood, that. Fauna, we've got a few things there. Weapons, nothing new. Materials, Dark Trap. Bones. Miscellaneous gets the banner. Armor and accessories. Throw the chests in there. Alright. Let's head back into the dungeon. Actually, I could go with a bit of a healing first. Thank you. Before I go back to hell, I really need to spend, like, a substantial portion of time getting my health maxed up. Probably should have done that before I went into the dungeon, but... yeah, at this point, it's the sunk cost fallacy. Not really, because I would literally lose nothing by just coming back in, like, an hour. This is the stubborn fool fallacy. Which is not a fallacy that I am aware of, but... sure. Hello! Alright, rocket boots. Yes. Tinker's Workshop. We can buy that as well. Okay. Rocket boots. We can replace the egglet with that. Alright, let's go. Sometimes you just get a real unlucky pile of enemies and traps all at once. It happens. And down the shaft. Okay. Before I go that way, let's try exploring over on this side. God damn those freaking casters. Oh my god, just leave me alone. There. Okay. Freaking hell! God! I hate the spikes. There. Okay. Here's the bewitching table. Here is another gold key chest, which has a shadow key. And an annoying aqua scepter. Sparkle the party girl has arrived. Okay. Don't know who the hell Sparkle the party girl is. Oh, another golden key. Okay, perfect. More importantly, though, we have a shadow key. Oh my god, I just want to check that frickin' chest. Oh, okay. Shadow key doesn't work on that. Got it. That must be another biome key chest. Whoa, 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 whoa. Guys. Calm the hell down. Okay. Really? Really? Another goddamn trap? I do not like the dungeon. I really do not like the dungeon. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna stay here until my health potion is off cooldown. There. Okay. Okay. There. Finally got those spikes. Oh my god. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Hello, Titus Welsh. Welcome to the stream. I am having a bit of a time. Okay. So that is all breakable blocks. Blue Moon. There we go. Can I see your inventory real quick? Soon? Okay. Okay. All right. Healing potion. So far, no sign of a pistol in here. Heal. Okay. There. Do you have a red or purple? I have the corruption, not the crimson. So this is not my first world playing Terraria. My first world I started a couple months back, streamed it on Saturdays, reached hard mode, and was so thoroughly disgusted with the difficulty of hard mode that I abandoned it. So this is the second world, but it is all still part of my first experience with Terraria overall. Whoop. Okay. That guy needs to die. There is nothing else interesting in here. I got some good magic wands. But so far I haven't been lucky enough to find a pistol. Which is what everyone seemed to be the most interested. Oh my god. I just... The contextual targeting should absolutely never try and target a block that you cannot break. There is no circumstance under which, if your cursor is near a breakable and an unbreakable block, it would try to prioritize the unbreakable block over the breakable one. I genuinely cannot conceive of a single hypothetical scenario where that design would be useful to the player. Okay. Okay. Yep, spikes. Come on. There we go. It's a hell of a dungeon today. More shadow keys. We already have a shadow key. We don't need more. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's a... Alright, Dark Trap. Dynamite, golden keys. I already found a bewitching table. Okay. In my first world, I never explored the dungeon this thoroughly. Oh my god. There. Alright. Two more chests. Damn it. Okay, there is... Okay, I think it's not letting me interact with anything there because I'm in active combat. Okay. So I now have a handgun. I could summon an Eye of Cthulhu, get some arrows, get some other stuff. If we're going to leave... I think you have the harder world than Crimson. Probably. Let's throw some stuff back in here. I already have a bone welder. I don't need the banners. Let's sort. Okay. Metal shelf, don't need that. I'm taking the clock just because I like it. I don't need the pressure plate. I've already got so many tally counters. Okay. Aqua Scepter. Does this shoot musket balls? It does. Okay. Good to know. Okay. God damn it! It was too dark to see, and the game does not give me enough visual indication to realize I was standing on and taking damage from spikes. That's great. Okay. Alright. Consumables. Night Owl, Gravitation. Danger Sense is worth taking. Recall Potions. Armor and accessories. No idea, but... I can set up a bewitching table and a tinkerer's workshop. The miscellaneous gets obelisks, banners, egglet goes in here. Materials, you can have the bones. Weapons. We can throw all of that in there. Along with that and that. Fauna is fine. Blocks. Throw that in there. Wood and crafted, you can have the chests. And ores and gems. Cool. I like my clock, which can tell me the time, which is very pleasant. What class do you want? Ranger. If you get 3,996 musket balls, you can get an endless pouch of bullets. Magic missile and platinum armor. What are you doing in hard mode only? What am I doing? I am not having a better option. Super abstract sorting mission. Have you killed King Slime? Yes, I have. Alright. Let's move on. Pretty sure you need the hard mode crystal ball in order to craft the endless musket pouch. If there is only one thing that that playing Terraria taught me about the Terraria community, it's that the Terraria community has no idea what you need to do any specific thing in Terraria, and have very strong opinions on correcting each other with what they think you need. And I honestly find it incredibly entertaining. It seems like every Terraria player, every experienced Terraria player, seems to have exclusive, extensive, encyclopedic knowledge of about 20% of Terraria. And that's not a judgment, that's just an observation. Okay. So you sell some fun stuff. Okay. You know, it would be real nice if you sold a pylon. So I need to go back down into the dungeon. And dear God, this dungeon. Actually, at this point, is there anything in this dungeon that actually still matters to me at this point? I mean, I got a gun. I got the bewitching table. I think I may genuinely just have everything useful. You're not doing melee. Cobalt shield. I actually found a cobalt shield earlier. I have it in one of my chests back home. And no one's really mentioned anything else. An alchemist table. I have a bewitching table. But the shadow key is going to let me open stuff down in hell. So, yeah, I think I really am just done here. Unless I'm mistaken. So, I could start working on my elevator again. Okay. So, that's all a dangerous falling hazard. Okay. Cool. Whoa. Cool. before we go to hard mode, I genuinely don't know if I'm ever going to bother taking this world to hard mode. Going to hard mode for the first time was such a profoundly negative experience that it basically killed any interest I had in playing this game. Like, my first experience with hard mode was so not fun that I genuinely questioned if I was even going to play any Terraria after that. Like, hard mode sucks. Or, I think it might be more accurate to say that the transition into hard mode sucks. Oh. Well, there's the alchemist table. Okay. That's just a spike trap room, so that's fine. This is just another spike trap. Ah, crap. Alright, I think we're done here. I really don't care about dropping 2 gold. That does not mean anything to me. There. Okay. Alright, so the elevator I have been working on is over here. How are my savings? Savings are good. Throw a copper short sword at a blue slime. Oh, yeah, I can do that. I don't have enough copper to do that right now. That's fine. It turns them into an NPC. I do not have 5 copper bars. Don't mind me, I'm just mowing the lawn a little bit. Make a whole extra inventory by making a void bag with jungle spores and bones as well as shadow scales. I'm willing to bet that that is hard mode. Ask your guide how to make the purple bag from bones from the dungeon. Yeah. I would have to go all the way back home again in order to go grab my bones. And then once I grab my bones, then I would just have to go back again in order to craft it. Also, I'm assuming it would be an equipable accessory, and my slots are just too valuable with other things. Hello. It's not an equipable. It's a summon. No one wants to sell pylons. It's great that I have a whole bunch of NPCs at my desert and jungle villages, and not one of them wants to sell a pylon. The old one's army mana crystal can be placed in the void chest to have for the next round, by the way. I don't know what any of that means. It really seems like Terraria is two different games. The first one is the pre-hard mode, and the second is an utter pain in the ass. And the problem is that, from my limited experience, it seems like the transition from pre-hard mode to absolute pain in the ass is one of the worst parts of this entire game. Alright, so where does this go? Are you kidding? Bast statue? That's kind of cool. Whoops. Oh, it's... okay, it's underground desert. Yeah, I don't want to deal with underground desert right now. A steampunk or dye trader, when happy in the desert biome, can sell a pylon. Good to know. I am getting the hell out of here. Because screw the underground desert. Okay. Alright. And let the digging begin. So, I was basically draining an absolutely massive amount of water into this cavern in hopes of bringing it down to hell. I do not have the slightest clue where any of that water went right now. I genuinely wonder what would happen if I did a stream where I started a Terraria world, and every time someone told me to do something, I abandoned everything else I was doing in order to follow only that instruction. Because I will bet you that the vast majority of time, I would just be standing in my house as people insist that I do one thing or another. It would probably be pretty funny. Okay. Hello. Alright. Let the draining begin. You know what? There. Okay. There we go. Just drain the water. I'm gonna start losing my health soon, but that's okay. Cool. And dynamite time. There. All right. Obsidian time. Cool. I have no memory of what I'm actually supposed to do with obsidian. But that's not what's important. What's important is that I have it. Alright. And a bunch more bombs. Get some more obsidian. There we go. More of the beautiful, beautiful obsidian. Good. All right. I hate these bats so much. Perfect. Ooh. Die. Get the fossil armor. I am going to need more instruction than simply saying, get the fossil armor. Okay. Hello. go. Just drain all that beautiful, beautiful water right onto the lava. Okay. And let the mining continue. Get the fossil armor with 60 sturdy fossils to get a range damage boost. That is better. That is a better attempt at communication. However, it is still an incomplete set of instructions. There we go. Besides, for the time being, I still don't really have anything I'm using regularly enough with just range damage to really warrant the investment, I think. Okay. So here is the primary vertical shaft. So we still want to make sure that we work on the primary shaft. And, oh! Undead Miner. Hello there, sir. A bunch of lead ore. Also, with the full fossil set, you have a 20% chance not to consume ammo. That's pretty good. I still only have partial instruction on actually doing that, however. I am curious if you are able to figure out the piece of information that you haven't provided me yet without me telling you. I mean, I will tell you, you know, soon enough, but I am curious if you can spot the crucial piece of information I don't have yet. There we go. Okay. You can get sturdy fossils in the desert. There it is. That was the one piece of information that you had failed to clarify. It is a piece of information I already knew. I will be completely honest about that. But my goal was to encourage people to think about the ways that they communicate and how they can communicate better. Never turn down an opportunity to improve oneself. Alright, so my plan is to dig in this direction until I hit water. We are almost below a sizable water source right now. Okay. With 15 gems, you can make a hook. Okay. There we go. Oh, I shouldn't have done a bomb. I should have just kept digging straight down. Damn it. That's okay. That's okay, though. Every time you hook onto something, it resets the rocket boot so you can use it again. Oh. That is a cool bit of tech. To be honest, I always forget that I have those. Alright, we're almost there. Almost there. Perfect. Yes. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay. Let's keep working down the vertical shaft. And we are right near a hell house already. Okay, good. That's pretty good. Okay. Alright, now let's make my improvements. So, quick stack everything. Quick stack everything. Quick stack everything. We also got... not really anything else. Fauna, quick stack. Weapons. We didn't get any new weapons. Materials. Quick stack. Life crystal I need to use. Sturdy fossil. I don't care about minecart tracks. Sandstone blocks, obsidian, those need to go into the blocks category. Okay. Blocks. You get obsidian and sandstone. Now, for materials, I was told shadow scales and something else? Obsidian can be used for Hellstone. That's true. So we'll grab the obsidian. Miscellaneous gets the statue. Also the keys. Well, we can put the keys in the tools. Armor and accessories, the rally, the spikes. Tools can have the keys. Okay. Okay, obsidian skull. That is one thing I definitely need. Okay. And, Titus, if you can tell me again, who to house in the desert to sell desert pylons, and who I can house in the jungle for jungle pylons. We can get the right NPCs set up. Go away. Steampunker or dye trader when happy. Okay. So, housing. So, dye trader. Dye trader is going to go here. And Dryad or Painter when in the jungle. Okay. So we will put the Dryad into the jungle. And then we will begin our exploration of hell. And the next time I come this way, assuming that the NPCs have gone to their appropriate houses, I will be able to acquire a couple of pylons. Town pylon sold by any NPC when at least 8 NPCs are housed within 25 blocks of there. Note that Old Man Santa Claus Traveling Burton cannot be counted. Okay. Honestly, Guide, you are basically useless to me. Oh. No, the Painter is here. Oh. Okay, then. We already had access to the jungle pylon, I guess. Whoops. Ugh, perfect then. Let's head on down. What can we afford to take off? The depth meter. Depth meter truly does not matter. There's another pylon that can be used anywhere. I do think I have read about that. What was it that that someone was saying earlier about a void bag? It was shadow scale and bone, right? Shadow scale and bone? I mean, most of my crafting stuff is here. And none of that does it, so it must require some other material or special building structure. So let's see if we can't learn what that is. And meanwhile, we will prepare our gun. Ow! How dare you not die when I shoot you with my gun? Jeffrey! What can I do with shadow scales? Void bag requires jungle spores and a demon altar. Okay. Honestly, that sounds pretty achievable, but I'm not going to be going to the underground jungle just yet. But you know what might be fun? Bringing some more water to hell. There we go. Okay. There. There we go. There. All right. Let's follow the water. Whee! Isn't it beautiful? Look at this beautiful, beautiful shaft. Wow, we still have so far to go. Fall, my warrior. Fall to glory! If you do 25 fish quests, you can get an infinite water bucket. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Cool. Shadow key, gold, torches, slice of hell cake, an unpleasant dark lance. Oh, God! I didn't perceive that as lava. I thought it was part of the background. God damn it. Alright. The time has come to turn the backgrounds off. Which really kind of sucks. The backgrounds are gorgeous. But unfortunately, I can't easily, at a glance, differentiate in hell between actual lava and background lava. Which causes me to walk right into lava, as we just saw. Damn it. Oh well, at least this time I'll fall faster. Whee! Also, apparently mounts are significantly more susceptible to gravity. For some reason. Cool. All right. Is that real lava? That is not real lava. I really do not like this, what would I even call it? Like, this aesthetic lava. I really do not like it. I do not like it one bit. Okay. Cool. And we're dead. I want to join, but I also don't want to. I play solo. Alright. Go, gun! Why not summon an Eye of Cthulhu for fun? Woohoo! That was fun. So, the problem is, at this point, I don't know what to do. If I beat the wall of flesh, I'm just going to have a terrible time with the game again. It's just going to be a repeat of the issues I had when I went into hard mode in my first world. But, what have you killed? King Slime, Skeletron, Eye of Cthulhu, Eater of Worlds. Like, I don't know what I can gain at this point. That, god damn it, I forgot again. And we're dead again. I really, really do not like that there is actual lava and then harmless aesthetic lava. I absolutely despise that design choice. To me, it makes about as much sense as if there was also aesthetic water that you couldn't swim in, and which would not drown you. And you just could not easily differentiate between the two of them visually, unless you were paying close attention. When you say it like that, it's absurd. But that's just how I feel about the design of hell in this game. I feel that constructing it in this way is absurd. Okay. Oh, the Hell Forges are for... I don't know what the... I don't know what the Hell Forges are for. But, like this. This is what I mean by an absurd design choice. This is dumb. There should never be a situation where there is lava that clear as day going into an area visually, clearly from other lava, except it's just fake lava and it doesn't actually hurt you. That's absurd. Getting more Hellstone. would be a problem. Okay. There we go. What if I just drained it bit by bit like that? Okay. Okay, that's definitely a more involved process. But if I am careful... There we go. Okay, Hellstone actually makes lava when you break it. Interesting. How long have you been playing Terraria 4 in total? Me, probably about 20 hours total between this world and the first one that I abandoned. Over about 2 months, streaming once a week. That sounds about right. Okay, the dye trader is finally in the desert. So we can finally go get that desert pylon. Looks like Shay's throwing a party. You know what? I don't like these birds. There. We have solved the problem. What's the farthest boss I've gotten to? On my first world, I beat the Wall of Flesh, and then hard mode was such an unbelievable pain in the ass at first that I utterly abandoned it and was so disgusted by the experience that I genuinely did not know if I was going to return to Terraria the week after that. One of the most obscene and unwarranted difficulty spikes I have ever experienced in a game. And considering I have played a crapload of NES games, that freaking says something. Yes, I killed Skeletron and explored the dungeon earlier today. So, yeah, I really don't know what I can realistically hope to accomplish at this point. I don't want to just go back into hard mode. I still absolutely despise that experience and everything about it. So, I don't really know how much more content is even available to me. Okay. Because apparently, all of the really cool stuff in this game is locked behind hard mode, which is really unfortunate. Kill Queen Bee and Deer Clops. True, I could do Deer Clops. Come on. I actually did try to take on Deer Clops earlier, but I waited in the snow biome all night during a blizzard, and it just never showed up for me, unfortunately. Okay. How gonna make Medines between biomes? So, I do have a sunflower, protecting against the spread of the corruption. Biome spread is one of those things that utterly and completely put me off of hard mode. Like, the conceptual idea of building a game that's, kind of like a sandbox, and having it built in such a way that if you don't handle things quickly enough, your world can basically destroy itself is... It's a game design concept I do not understand the philosophy behind. Okay. Got a little burnt there. There we go. Farmed flinks to get the materials to make the deer clops. There's a deer clops summon. Literally, no one told me I could make an item to summon that thing. How much healthstone am I at? 43? What am I getting the... What am I gathering the hellstone for? Like, I genuinely do not know. Right, let's be smarter about this. Okay. Farming flinxes doesn't sound too bad, though. I mean, I've already done that before. When I was playing the Summoner. Okay. We are going to dig a pit that can hold a bunch of lava. Probably armor and pickaxe. Okay. And are we... Do we have any idea how much hellstone I actually need? For no idea. I'm currently sitting on 58 hellstone. Definitely a pick is one of the things that I do want to grab. So that's definitely a for sure. $60 for the pick. Okay. I've got plenty of obsidian. I have over 200 obsidian. So, not too worried about the obsidian numbers. Okay, we are now at 60 hellstone. Cool. Hellforge. Hellforge can go here. So, hellstone bars. That is 20 hellstone bars. Which lets me make the molten pickaxe. That's the one I want, right? The molten pickaxe. And also the Phoenix Blaster. Okay, the Phoenix Blaster is also a thing I need. Alright, so I'm going to need another 30 hellstone for both. Hey, my friend, go to the desert and collect fossils. That is not what I'm doing right now. Oh, it's Balloon Day. I'm going to focus on getting another 30 hellstone first. So I can get myself the Phoenix Blaster. And after... Well, to be honest, I'm probably going to be ending the stream in about a half hour. So my next priority after this can definitely be heading to the underground desert. That should be fine, and I have easy access to it through my elevator. And I have even mastered the ability to relatively safely mine hellstone, since I figured out how to do that. All right. There we go. Just a few basic platforms. And there's the Hellstone. So if my numbers are right, I need 60 Hellstone. Or, sorry, 30 Hellstone. Okay. Does he know about the guide's NPC crafting option? I know how the guide works, if that's what you're referring to. If you are saying that I can actually make the NPC do crafting for me, then that is not something I am aware of. Okay. There you are. Now you're dead. No, you didn't confuse me at all. I just wanted to make sure that I understood exactly what you meant. I thought I understood what you meant. But it's always good to ask clarifying questions when you're not sure. Oh, okay. Well, that's 21 Hellstone. So, I guess that's a start. Okay. Give me 1 second. Have to send a message here. Trying to organize something. All right. I'm almost done, actually. I only need another 9 Hellstone? So that should be completely achievable, likely within the next 10 minutes. Check this for mining Hellstone, it's great. Ideally, I would find some of those potions that protect me from lava damage. Okay. Let's try this way. This is actually a completely ideal location to mine the Hellstone. Okay. Goddamn bone serpent. Frickin' slimes. Okay, I'm pretty sure liquid falls through platforms. Yes, it does. Okay. That is all the hellstone I need. Which means that I can make the Phoenix Blaster. Nice. Alright. So let's quick stack along with meteorite bars. We can summon a pet. Honestly, let's go do another Eye of Cthulhu. Why not? Also, say hello to my gun. Yeah, that's a good gun. So I do have a cobalt shield. What does the cobalt shield do again? I think there was some way I was able to improve it or something like that. Put our consumables in here. Actually, I think I'll take the danger senses. Armor and accessories, the mask. Miscellaneous gets the banner. Materials gets shadow scales, bones, demon torches, miscellaneous gets the trophy, weapons gets the dark lance, fauna gets that, blocks also gets ash blocks, obsidian, hellstone brick, that's fine, arrows go in there, ores and gems also gets hellstone. Okay. And we will put away the boomerang as well. Guide can show you what to do. Yes, I know. Alright. Guide. Show me what I can do with a cobalt shield. Crafting. Cobalt shield makes obsidian shield right at the Tinker's Workshop. Okay, cool. What about my rocket boots? We can make Spectre boots. Okay, Dune Rider boots probably are my best option. Isn't this the Tinkerer's Workshop? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, Obsidian Shield. Sure. If you make platforms out of those obsidian blocks, little houses in hell that cannot be burned by lava. Obsidian skin recipe, bottled water fire, water leaf obsidian. Yeah. Pretty much took care of it at this point, though. Alright, I've got a good... I got a good, like, 20 minutes before I should shut this down for the day. So, let's go make some forays into underground desert. First things first, danger sense potion. Because God knows I'm going to run into those freaking falling cactus ball things. Alright. And there we go. Okay. Okay, so here is the desert fossil. So, how much desert fossil is it to make the armor? I assume that's what we're making is armor. We're over 100 so far. Over 120. There we go. I hate those things. Do you have the extractinator? No. I still absolutely refuse to accept even the video game physics version of hit this object and it rolls toward you. You will need it to place these fossils. Without it, you can't do it. Okay, what am I doing with these fossils? Like, as far as I understood it, I was going to use them for crafting? Okay, I need them to make sturdy fossils. Okay. Who makes or sells an extractinator? Kill King Slime a few times. Oh, if it's something King Slime drops... Okay, then yes, I do have it. Consumables. Let's also get treasures and ores. And emit that. Okay. So this lets me do what? Okay. Right-click it with the fossils. Hold down right-click. This is right-click. Alright, so I can only assume that either you all mean left-click or I'm just too close to things to do it. Oh my freaking god. If this is interactable, then let me interact with it. Stop making me interact with other things. It is not right-click. This is right-clicking. This is holding down right-click. It was left-click. Everyone who has been saying right-click, you are wrong. Wow. You can actually get a lot here. I never use this. See, Titus, this is a good example of what I meant. How playing Terraria and being helped by a lot of people who have played a crap load of Terraria has really made me feel like everybody who plays Terraria is a super expert on exactly 20% of Terraria. Okay, so holy crap. That's a lot of stuff. That is really, really good. Now we can make a fossil helmet and a fossil breastplate. So I do not have enough fossils yet for the full set. Alright, so the question of how much I actually needed was a fair bit more complicated than I had anticipated. But still, not a problem at all. This is nice and easy. Okay. Alright, back to the desert then. And if we are lucky, I can also try to find some, like, ideally it would be like Dune Rider boots or something. So I can finally start, like, the various... Oh, right. So I can start the process of actually upgrading my boots into better boots. Whee! Okay. Alright. We have drank all my potions. So the goal is to explore the desert. There we go. Explore the desert and especially try to find any treasures. Here we go. Nice. Beautiful. Look at all those beautiful, beautiful fossils. Looking for a chisel. Nope, I'm just collecting desert fossils. So I almost certainly have enough at this point. And then we're just going to be looking around the desert for chests. Chisel is the first thing I go for every playthrough. I don't know what a chisel is, so I cannot comment on my opinion on that. Oh, excuse me, sir. Okay. Cool. Ooh, a sand slime. That's interesting. Come on. Let's make sure all of my bombs and dynamite are prepped. Chisel gives you 25% mining speed, mixes with other accessories, step stool to make the hand of creation. Whole thing's using mining speed, tile lay, ooh, wow. Yeah, that is quite nice. Oh, okay. Alright, there's a treasure. Let's get up there. Okay. Cool. Bast statue... Not what I was hoping to find. But we will continue to try and locate it. And while we are at it, we can also try to find some life crystals. Okay. Bath statue. More eyes of Cthulhu. Drink all my stuff again. Okay. Cool. I know I could make hooks. I end up just never using any of my grappling capabilities. Okay. That did not go well. You know what? Let's throw some dynamite. Ooh. Cool. All right. Oh. That's how the gravity control works. Fascinating. What an interesting item. Whoop. Still trying to find some good chests. Not really having any luck. How high up am I? Okay, I'm about halfway through the world. Okay, I see another chest. Do I have more? I have a few gravity potions at home, I know. Oh. Well, there's the ancient chisel. You know what? Let's actually use that for a little bit. Why not? Oh. That is quite convenient. Okay, that was my last treasure sense potion. Works better when you upgrade it past hard mode. So this is as good as it's going to get for me. I genuinely don't know if I have any interest in going past hard mode. It was just such a negative, unfun experience the first time. Hard mode is when the game gets good for me. Yes. Among people who are really into Terraria, it really seems like they're mostly interested just in everything post-hard mode. I am not. I think the transition between regular and hard mode was one of the most impressive failures in scaling video game difficulty I've ever seen in my lifetime. Like, probably within the top 20. And, I mean, you know, I'm close to 40. I'm 37 years old. I have been around for the hard days of gaming. I have played the NES games that any modern Dark Souls player would weep trying to defeat. So, I know what good and bad scaling of difficulty looks like, and yeah, the transition to hard mode is terribly done in my experience. Tried playing some of your friends who played Terraria. I do not know of any of my friends who have played Terraria, and I always wanted my first experience with this game to be a solo experience. I am very much of the opinion that if a game can be played single player, but it's not good single player, then you screwed up making your game. If you want a game that's really only balanced for multiplayer play, then, you know, own that decision. Make a multiplayer game. But if you're going to allow something to be single player, you have to design a game that can be handled. But this isn't really an issue of not being able to do it single player. Terraria is more just the issue of, I think it is extremely new player hostile. I think there's a lot of things about the design that I would describe it as a mandatory wiki game. And, you know, it's fine. There's plenty of games out there that are mandatory wiki games. Games where, if you actually want to play it well and enjoy yourself, you should absolutely expect to just be playing it with regular access to an out-of-game resource. And I played plenty of games like that. It's fine, you know? But I think it is, I think where it crosses into into the position of being a questionable design decision, is when not having an external source of information renders the game into a significantly more negative experience. And I do think that Terraria, as it is right now, crosses that line. I do think it is a game that provides a significantly more negative experience for a new player, unless they are acting on information and have resources that the game does not provide itself. And there's definitely a place for games like that as well. There are people who love to have that kind of experience. I've played games like that too that I've ended up really enjoying. But I can't think of another game I have played that has that same kind of a structure, where you can basically ruin your experience as easily as you could with Terraria. And I think the biggest misstep is the transition to hard mode. There is nothing I am aware of in the game that provides an adequate warning that beating the wall of flesh is basically going to ruin your world and your experience unless you have significantly prepared for it beforehand. And even I, who, you know, went into this game pretty ignorant, I did not know that beating the wall of flesh triggers hard mode. That is something I had to be told by my viewers. And even with viewers guiding and explaining things like that to me, the staggering degree of failure to adequately understand the weight of the decision I made when I went for the Wall of Flesh is what ruined the experience for me. Just completely. And yeah, it just, I did not enjoy it. Which is why I am now, in this world, significantly more hesitant to take the game into hard mode. I think the information is all there in the game. It's more that the player isn't incentivized to interact with the systems to give you that information. I think that is a completely fair critique. And I want to be clear. Alright, I want to be very clear with what exactly it is that I am saying here. I think this game is a masterpiece of design. This is an incredible, wonderful game that has clearly been crafted with incredible care and love and dedication. And I have incredible respect for that. Many of my critiques of it are not truly objective evaluations. They are expressions of how Terraria does not particularly align with my own expectations or interests for a game that can just be, like, relaxing and, you know, something that you can just sit down and enjoy. Which is ultimately what I was kind of hoping to get out of Terraria. It's really more that the game doesn't mesh with me than that the game has... Then the game is, like, being fundamentally broken or something. Because it isn't. There are definitely flaws. There are definitely things that can be improved on. And I am glad to hear that it sounds like upcoming updates are actually going to be improving a number of things about the game. That's fantastic. It's just, Terraria is not, for me, a 100-hour game. It is not something I'm probably going to be coming back to once I, you know, finally decide I'm done with it. You know, maybe in, like, another stream or 2 or 3. Probably 2 or 3. It's probably not something I'm going to be, like, coming back to. Probably not something I'm going to do on my free time. Because it just doesn't interest me in that way, you know? This is more like when I played Mindustry. I think it's a very unique experience. I think it's, you know, quite well done. It just doesn't quite mesh with me, personally. But despite that, I am also happy to give it as much, you know, as much of a chance to prove me wrong as possible. Mindustry, I mean, I played through all of Mindustry. I cleared all of the main levels in it. I definitely had issues with Mindustry. I had serious issues working my way through the later parts of Mindustry. And I think it also suffered from some real issues of failing to adequately provide pieces of necessary information to the player. That's actually a very common trap that a lot of independent games fall into. And it's easy to understand why. When you are developing a game, and, you know, I speak from experience, when you are developing a game, it is hard, without a lot of practice, to truly comprehend the state of ignorance that your players are going to be approaching it with. And I do choose my word carefully there. I do mean ignorance. Not stupidity, not lack of ability. Ignorance. A lack of specific knowledge about exactly how the game is structured and what it will be asking of them. I think as developers, it's very easy to fail to adequately predict the level of ignorance that players will have. And as a result... as a result, it's very easy to... A magic conch. Interesting. It is very easy to fail to include adequate tutorials and documentation for players. Because it all makes sense to you. What's happening right now? I'm just looking for random treasures in the desert. But it has been 3 hours 15, and I probably should get out of here. I probably should end the stream at this point. There is some more life crystals, plenty of new silver ore. Alright, let's sort my stuff. Let's start on the far end with ores and gems. Wood. Quick stack the various bits and pieces. I am going to need to go wood shopping again soon. Quick stack. We've also got... nothing else there. Fauna, quick stack. Weapons, we got a mandible blade, throwing knives, shurikens. Crafted items can include torches, materials. Actually, we do want to take the sturdy fossils and the regular fossils with me. The various miscellaneous, the statues, the conch. That's important. Armor and accessories, consumables. Weapons. No, the scarab bombs, not consumables. Those will go into weapons. Suspicious eyes can go there. Alright. Keep conch in inventory. Why don't you use quick stack to nearby? I do, but I have a lot of stuff which has not yet been stacked. And if I just do quick stack, it will move If I just use the one that'll move everything, then it doesn't properly sort them. I have beaten Skeletron, King Slime, Eater of Worlds, and I have Cthulhu. Keep conch in inventory. What exactly does the conch do? Before I decide to keep it in my inventory. And the fossil greaves. Meaning when your inventory is open, there's a little thing you can click that will take whatever is already sorted and plate it where it goes. Is there? Oh. Quick stack to nearby chests. Oh. That'll actually hit, like, all of them. Oh. In that case, I haven't done that because you are quite possibly the first person to mention it. And, oh dear God, thank you for it. Okay. So, I have the full set of fossil gear. 4% increased range, 5% increased ranged, 4% increased strike, with a 20% chance to save ammo. Oh, it even managed to reach all the way over here to stack in the piggy bank. Oh, that's great. That is fantastic. What reason do you have auto pause on? So that I can fiddle around with my inventory for as long as I want without anything getting in my way. That's why. Cool. Alright. So that's probably all that I need there. Let's go see if anybody over here is selling a pylon. Finding it jarring after having it off my whole 3.5 hours. 3.5 thousand hours. Yeah. Unfortunately, I do not have 3,500 hours of experience with this game. And I very much doubt I will play it long enough to get that. Also, I could use some more wood. I'm actually looking forward there, Average Cadaver, to seeing where your gaps in Terraria knowledge come from. In my experience, every person who has put hundreds of hours into Terraria has encyclopedic knowledge of 20% of the game. So, if we can gather enough of you in one place, we might have a full understanding of everything in Terraria. But it's going to take a while to collect that many people. And Goku, you've got about 60. Well, to be fair, Goku probably has some more important things to do than, you know, play Terraria. What the hell you guys do for over 2,000 hours? It is a mystery, isn't it? So, I think on the next stream, we will go underground in the ice biome, hunt flinxes, and try to summon, or try to craft the item to summon deerclops. So, that's going to be next time. That rabbit just walked into my axe. That is not on me. And other than that, I don't know. I mean, maybe I could summon the Torch God just so I can, like, see it. I have no expectation I'd actually be able to beat it, but... Let's see. What can you sell? Can anyone here sell something that would actually help me? Do you got a streaming schedule? I stream every Saturday and Sunday morning. Saturday is, you know, just whatever game I have been enjoying most recently. Currently Terraria. On Sunday mornings, I stream RPG Maker. And I've actually got a community project in RPG Maker where I have been building an RPG using community suggestions. I have daily gameplay videos that come out for whatever games are striking my fancy at that time. And, yeah, I think that about covers it. Also, throughout the week, when I have spare time, I am also streaming Donkey Kong 64, going for 100%, and also Silk Song. So, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all so much for being here. I really, really, really appreciate all the help everybody is able to give me. It truly makes a really big difference, and I am very grateful for it. Be back here again next week for more Terraria. We will try to continue to explore the world to find things that might help us. We will be prioritizing hunting flinxes to craft an item to summon the deer clops. If we can explore under the jungle as well, maybe we can find a beehive, fight Queen Bee just for the hell of it. And at some point next week, or maybe the week after that, I will actually fight the Wall of Flesh and take the game into hard mode. And there's a very real possibility that when I do, it will very much mark the point where I will be done playing Terraria. Because if my experience with hard mode is the same as it was last time, I'm simply not going to have an interest in doing it for a long time. And I mean, just the effort it will take to inoculate my world to prevent that does not sound appealing to me. And I'm not afraid to put in work. I literally built a 2-scale model of the Great Pyramid of Giza in Minecraft. So, yeah, when I say I'm not interested in a tedious project, that's an issue. No. So, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. And it is time to make the sound to summon the end of the stream. Wow, 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 wow.